everybody, and welcome to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be discussing Mary Magdalene by Diana Wallace Taylor. I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar with Mary Magdalene. She was one of the women who followed Jesus during his ministry here on earth. Most people kind of tend to believe or lean towards the idea that Mary Magdalene was probably a prostitute or a woman of ill repute at the time in which it was written, and that she later came to know God and Christ and therefore was redeemed. Did a little bit of research and digging on my own and found out that there's technically no confirmation that this is actually true, and a lot of that narrative spreads from the idea that during the early church years, not the early church, but like the early, like post-disciples, post-Rome, post-oppression, early BC, a lot of people, when reading the Bible, would confuse Mary Magdalene with other Marys, or that they would just make assumptions or read about other women in the Bible and then merge her character with their character and then create like the one Mary Magdalene, so that there wasn't a lot of Mary Magdalenes and there wasn't so much confusion, mostly because Mary was a very popular name at the time of Christ. So there really isn't an actual factual basis or confirmation for that line of thinking. Diana Wallace Taylor chose to write her book based on the assumption that Mary Magdalene was an ordinary young woman during the time of Christ who suffered from demonic oppression. Okay, so I read Lydia, Woman of Philippi by Diana Wallace Taylor. You can go and check out my review for that. And I really liked it, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna go and buy all of Diana Wallace Taylor's books right now, because it is so rare that I find a new biblical fiction author that I really enjoy reading. And I thought I enjoyed Lydia, Woman of Philippi, but I have to say that this was way, way better than Lydia. So 5 out of 5 stars for me, 10 out of 10 points. It gets everything from me. Before I get into my review, I'm just gonna go ahead and read from the back cover. Beautiful girl blossoming into womanhood, Mary has high hopes for a life filled with learning, family, and young love. In one dreadful night, all of that changes. The nightmares come first, then the waking visions of unspeakable terror, until Mary hardly remembers her dreams for the future. Can the Most High deliver her from this torment? How long must she wait for healing? This vivid portrait of the enigmatic Mary of Magdala comes to life in the hands of an imaginative master storyteller, Diana Wallace Taylor, who introduces you to a Mary who is both utterly original and respectful of the biblical account, opening your eyes to a redemption that knows no bounds. Guys, this book was everything that I wanted it to be and more. There is romance in this book, and it's just, I can't spoil you, but there was a point where I was just like, oh my gosh, emotions and feelings. This book is so good. It's such a natural progression of how someone comes to know Christ, and how, one moment can really change the course of your entire life. It's this intricate tale weaved together, one lie followed by another lie creates a multitude of lies, and it just turns into this web that no one can unravel until they have the light of Jesus and the light of God inside of them, and then that allows them to then heal from the damage done. And it is such a powerful redemptive tale. It is goals, y'all. It is biblical fiction goals. The characters in this book are so well written. Nathan and Mary are two of my favorite characters of all time. A large part of it is when someone does the wrong thing but for the right reasons. And I really can't spoil you, because there's one plot point in here that would just be it would change everything, and it was that good. It's a plot twist, guys. It's obviously a plot twist. And plot twists are something that I don't feel like you get a lot of in biblical fiction, just because a biblical fiction has to remain faithful to the Bible's own narrative, so there aren't really a lot of unexpected twists or turns to it. But this one really, because Mary of Magdala is such an enigmatic figure and such a mysterious figure, it had so much opportunity for good storytelling and good narrative and plot twists and drama and excitement and all of the things that I just love in a book. So I would highly recommend that you go and check out this book. I don't know if you can tell, but my arms are going everywhere because I'm just really excited about this book. It's a love story between Mary and someone else, and also a love story between Mary and God, and how faith really just changes her life, and you know, how she was placed in that time and given those afflictions, and you know, demons took hold of her, but all of it brought just more glory to God and more glory to Jesus Christ and to his ministry. And she was placed on this earth at a specific time for a specific purpose, and I really liked that narrative. I really liked the book. I can't really say much more. This is going to be another one of my shorter reviews, and I'd like to say I'm sorry, but I'm not, because if I went on, I would just ruin the book for you. Just take my word for it. Please go and read this book, because I never thought I would enjoy a book as much as I did than this book about Mary Magdalene, because to me it was just never something that interested me, and that I never knew existed in the world of fiction. I know that there is a plethora of Old Testament set biblical fiction novels that I have read and obsessed over on this YouTube channel, on my blog, and on my Instagram. Until I discovered Lydia, I had no idea about this other world of New Testament fiction, so it had never crossed my mind before to read this, and when this arrived in the mail, it just made me so happy. But yeah, this is just a wonderful story about God's timing, how he weaves everything together for a purpose, and really just redemption in general. There really isn't much more that I can say about this book, except that I am just begging you. I am like basically on my knees begging you to read this book, because you will not regret it. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Jenna Van Mourik. You can find me on Instagram at Jenna Van Mourik, where I post daily photos of my writing, my reading, and other things that I'm doing with my life. You can also go ahead and go and check out my blog at www.jennavanmourik.com, where I blog a little bit about reading, some writing, and a little bit about my life. And of course, I will have a more detailed review of Mary Magdalene on my blog at www.jennavanmourik, where I just kind of go into more of the technical side, and I really dig deeper into my review, as opposed to this, which is just where I have to spew out all my emotions, because I need some place to do that. Please, in the comments, tell me that I'm not alone in this. Tell me that I'm not the only one who gets this excited over reading a good book. Please. Of course, if you enjoyed this video or enjoyed hearing my spoiler-free thoughts of Mary Magdalene, then please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you can, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more. I post weekly, usually about books, sometimes about writing, and it would just mean the world to me if you would follow me along on my creative journey in books. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Thank you.